mọ́lẹ̀ irú àwọn ọlọ́pàá báyìí wọn ní láyé ẹ̀ kí ló dé táwa ní ṣe ìwọ́de gidi kó bá máa di ìwọ́de tó máa le jù kó tètè bá máa ṣe wọn máa ṣe sọ́lẹ̀ tàbá kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe ìwọ́de ilé ìwé ṣe ìwọ́de àṣẹlẹ̀kọ lọ ìwọ́de ilé ìbá le ju ensas lọ tó bá ń gbọ́kọ́gbọ́ tó bá mú èmi wọ́n parọ́ mọ́ mi ní o wọ́n tì mí mọ́lé ní o wọ́n pa mí ní o ẹ continue èmi ò lè fíìlì pẹ́ẹ́nì kankan wọ́n ti bá ti lọ ẹ̀yin tẹ bá wà tẹ bá ń fíìlì ẹni pẹ́ẹ́nì ẹ jẹ́ kí pẹ́ẹ́nì yẹn kẹ sọ́ di pé òun tẹ fẹ́ gbára yín lọ́wọ́ àwọn amúnisìn kẹ continue ẹ láti dìde ẹ láti jà torí ẹ nílùú mi o kò sí ìlú tẹ fẹ́ lọ ní àgbáyé second class citizen náà bá pè ìdí rèé tó yẹ pé lábẹ́ bó ti lè wò kórí wọ́n fẹ́ wọ́n kọ̀ wọ́n láti tọ pinpin torí àdúrà fún rẹ̀ ti sọ pé fídíò yẹn ó wà o 12 minutes ni ó dẹ̀ wà lórí fóònù kejì ẹjọ́ kí ló ń tọ́lọ́pàá wá sí fáwọn fẹ́ẹ́ rí kí ló ń tọ́ máa ṣe ní pé dandan tàbá wọ́ọ̀dì àwọn òtún ní dá wa lóhùn irú ọlọ́pàá àtijọba bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣètò àti parun torí bọ́lọ́pàá ṣe lágbára tó bí sójà ṣe lágbára tó olórí agbára ọwọ́ aráàlú ló wà àfi tí a bá mọ ipò wa tàbá ṣe ra wa bí ẹrú aláti fi ìfẹ́ ká fi sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ká jà fún ìlú wa torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa àtọ̀wọ̀ wa. I don't know if I should say that in English. Do I interpret that in English?
Yeah.
I mean, to speak it.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be okay. I'll stick on to it. Maybe if another person asks question, we'll get to that.
Good afternoon. My name is Marisha Padua. I'm a supporter. My question is to you, Mr. Moving over last week.
Wait, I want legal question. My face, I'm a lawyer. Nobody get legal question. Me, she's lawyer. You can I can pass it. My guy says I can pass it. So I have a legal power.
Okay.
Good.
Last Congress, Mommy Mohbad, also one that she was like, for everybody, at Yawo Mohbad, so people every does the pay, and Yawo Mohbad, ni Bati issue to the share. Bati Mohbad was Mohbad so pay, and we will bring Yawo Mohbad in police reports, no we can drop a phone, the rush was seen away. So for the fact that only police reports, no we can drop a phone about it. So the fact that our rush say, when you keep on the no repair, because when you drop it, or will for incident that your rush not Mohbad, that is it. And when you Mohbad so pay, pack everybody, and also the police reports, no to release the officer, basically when they go there, and when they go pay, Mohbad so pay everybody. Or more reason why that's so pay.
Sorry, it's doctor reports, not police reports.
Sorry, doctor report. Sorry.
I think I understand that. Thank you so much for that question. Like I said, all this evidence, if we keep them on social media alone, it will not yield results. The truth is, even as we are having this press conference, if we don't take decisive actions by compiling all we have as evidence, it's quite surprising that we believe that everything we throw on social media are seen by the police. No. They will only see the ones they can see. Some they might not be able to even comprehend. And don't forget that there is court of social media. Sometimes the police will not want to meddle into all that. But whatever it is, that aspect, now that we are asking that higher police command should take over, it is not out of place if they revisit the case. Revisiting it within 2 weeks, they will crack it. As a matter of fact, full forensic can still be done. Of course, there are also other things like digital evidence are still lying there. Don't forget that toxicology is still in progress. And at the end of the day, this kind of complaint, we will take it in the legal counsel. I believe that angle is also crucial. We can always include that. So maybe you should respond to that aspect, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will restrict myself to the legal aspect of it. We know this, we're talking about criminal investigation and prosecution in this matter. If it is civil, there's what we call limitations. If I slap you, if I offend you in a way that you feel you should seek redress, if you don't do that within stipulated time under the law, you are right to seeking redress may be gone and gone forever. But in criminal matter, anytime, anytime fresh evidence is stumbled upon, then that's another cause of action as far as criminal prosecution is concerned. But don't forget, we can say so much, maybe under our rooms, in our rooms, in our closet, we can talk so much. We're saying this court is a court of law, court of justice according to law. The evidence presented is what the court will rely upon in resolving issue. And don't forget, as a call, clarion call to the citizen, I want to address that too as well. If you are called upon to sit up and take care of your rights, in legal magazine said equity will not hate good legs. You don't sleep over your rights. And we've done this for a long while. That you said it is a wise thing. That wise man, that wise woman who keeps quiet in the period of moral crisis, he says, hottest part of the earth should be reserved for him. If we are after, if we are after, I mean, if you are accessory to any evidence, in fact, that may prove and establish a case in court, definitely we should not spare it. It's even a criminal offense to be told evidence of court. So if someone is having a report that is withholding, all these things are in the public domain. They may not be before the court, but I can assure you, no matter how fast falsehood can run, one day truth will catch up. Thank you so much.
Are you satisfied? All right. Next question. Okay. State your name, please.
My name is Oyeban Isaacson Olaiwaju. Gone are those days when we were following the Chief Gani Fahimi of blessed memory. He enhances our principles from all federations. But it seems the echoes of this justice from Mohbad presently now is being specialized or being enhanced in Lagos State. I don't know if we can do like this. Let us select each representative from North, from East, from North, from West, South, East, North, Central, all regions. You understand now? Let us find a day that people from the East will go to their own national assembly, I mean, state assembly from each state. From North to their North, they are not clamoring for Mohbad now. They are clamoring for youth. You understand? They will write it in the language that they will understand. The Yoruba people from the West will write Orola Leda, Orola Leda, Intepa Mohbad Day to Dasa. They will now take the placard in Yoruba to all state assemblies in Yoruba in West. People from the East also will take their own, similar to that. Then from North, then their government, Lagos State government will know that he has passed his boundary. When somebody can be saying, is it only Mohbad? Ṣé Mohbad ló kọ́kọ́ máa kú ni? If I want to be in that campaign, they come and arrest me. I will slap that governor, and I will go to court. I will defend him. I will defeat him. Why is that? I'm paying tax. My grandfather is paying tax. He's a cocoa merchant. You understand? He was a cocoa merchant. My father is paying tax. He was formerly a railway officer. So if governor that is collecting salary because he's not being governor on free mode, He's collecting salary. Where is he getting salary? It's not from the tax, from the VAT, from everything. Now saying that one to one, say is it only Mohbad? Mohbad, ṣé Mohbad ló kọ́kọ́ máa kú ni? So that means it's attesting that any of our brother's enemy, our son's enemy, can likewise die. You understand? So let us spread it to that, so that everybody will take placard. There be a day like that. Maybe if you are doing Lagos west, our own from the west, people from the north will be doing their own, people from the south will be doing south and east will be doing their own, but they will not enhance it as if it's a Yoruba issue now. It's an issue that emanated or that comes from a youth. You understand now? Then Lagos say we know that breeze has blown and hence this thing has been exposed to everything fell and the look for working at the year. So that is what I think that we have to oblige now.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please give a round of applause. First and foremost, thank you. First and foremost, if we all can recall, the first protest that emanated from this Justice for Mohbad was widespread. It was felt in all the parts of the country and all over the world. And the funny reality is that we don't even have evidence there. We don't even have confession. We don't see something of a clue there. The only thing we saw was bent neck. Now that we have seen Adura coming out to express himself, and the funny part is this, let's be honest with ourselves. Whether Adura, whether Damola Ainde, the Abib guy in court, they were both in the house when Mohbad passed on. If that case went on, one of them would go to prison. And now, under the Lagos State government and Lagos State Police Command, they want to settle that kind of a case. And yet, our own concern about the confession and the video will not be touched. And you want to accept that.
No.
And you think people in the north will accept that. And you think people in the east will accept that.
No.
Whether there is hunger, whether there is this, there is that in the country, the most important thing is that we want to live and we want to enjoy the time we have. If in our own country, the case of murder will be swept under the carpet, or we'll be getting the backing of the Nigerian police, and the government and political parties will be watching on, then we don't have a country yet. Then you and I are not safe.
Yes.
And that is why you need to understand that these are the basic ideology they keep in the society so that we can be perpetually exploited. That is why every day, January to December, go to major embassies, foreign embassies. Nigerians will queue in front of embassies as if there is war in Nigeria. When will that end? One case will set the record straight and will free the nation. We are no longer kids in this country. And it is time for us to understand that the power of the people is sacrosanct. We need to come together. Like I said, we're going to be giving 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, and if there is no motion, there is no decisive action, then we will know and we can easily face and say to the entire Nigerian police, for now, we have utmost respect that, maybe a section of the Nigerian police is compromised. It's possible. It can happen. But the authority of the Nigerian police, they have the ample opportunity to redeem that image now. And tell those that are trying to hoodwink the Nigerian police name and integrity into this and say, don't do it. If there is anything the youth will frown against, if there is anything all the students in Nigeria will frown against, is that if the institution of the police will openly, blatantly support a murderer, there is no way that kind of police will cease to make sense even in the international community. Because all these games is becoming new-setting and it's preposterous. It's not acceptable. It's not making sense again. How can we report? I'm a citizen. How can I send with my hard-earned stress and money? Look at this case. Look at evidence sent to me. Details of how Mohbad died in the case you are doing. And suddenly they said, we are not going into that. To even harmonize the case become a problem. And that police station will still want to say, we are here to maintain law and order. How does that make sense? Is homicide case not part of law and order? And when we if we fold our hands, we need to make it straight known to them that you might think it is going to be difficult for Nigerian people to revolt and demand for the right. But in this case, if I look, it's not about Mohbad. It's about my life, your life, the life of your son, your daughter. Your daughter will have a lover. Anybody could fall in love with anybody and say, let me go and visit him in Kaduna. Let me go and visit him somewhere. Look at how parents toil and suffer on their children. And somebody will strangle that child and say, I'm angry, without recourse to your effort on your child. That is what they want us to accept as a society. They know Mohbad was killed in that house. They know it. And at the end of the day, they want to tell the public that we are irrelevant. That the Nigerian public, we don't even matter. That our lives means nothing. That they can use the tool of government and the institution of government. And I can tell you for free, this does not represent what the president of this country, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stands for. He is a Democrat. Trust me. Forget about, everybody will say so many lies. Most of his political enemies, look at them. Those that betrayed him, those that didn't, they are alive. He still forgive them. He has simplified that you can disagree and then agree. If it was disagreement that happened between Mohbad and whoever took his life, why can't they spare his life? Why can't they learn from Asiwaju, from his political enemies? So what are you telling me? Nobody should use the name of a president to actually think he will support them taking the life of another person, not on their lives. So, Mr. President, it is not our intention to eat the polity. Governor Babangida Sanwo-Olu, it is not our intention to eat the polity. But if you fail to listen to the yearning of the public and you're making it look like we are stupid, we are irrelevant, and not take decisive action with this new lead within 2 weeks, we will give times 3 of EndSARS. We will give times 3 of EndSARS. I will never back down.
We stand by
I will
you.
never back down. I can tell you for free, you all know me, I will never back down.
We stand by you.
I will go straight and I will stand, even if I'm standing alone. I will ensure I fight for the future of my children and the children of the other friends and other citizens and the old ones in this society. It is time for you to understand that the public gave you the power you are using. Without the public, there is no police. Without the public, there is no soldiers. Without the public, there is no governor. Without the public, there is no president. Why will you not listen to us in Mohbad's case? Why will you want to listen to criminals? And this is warning. I don't care your status or who you are. If you are part of a syndicate, aiding and abetting the person that took Mohbad's life, it is not just about taking the life. It is the images, the scenes, and the activities surrounding it that we don't want in our society. Take your hands off if you care about your hard-earned reputation. Because the moment we get to know you are involved, before you take our lives, we'll end your relevance. God will come after you. The way Pharaoh went after the children of Israel and vanished in the Red Sea, all of you together, including your children, will never be relevant against this country. We are going to be coming for you and we're coming with full force. We're not backing down. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Aja Balogo Afeni from TikTok. Inside of me, may the Almighty God continue to guide you bless you. You will not use your children for this use from by the grace of God, you are going higher, higher, higher. Nobody will kill you by the grace of God Almighty. People are with you, and I'm with you too. To me, please, Mr. Yomi, I want to just give you an advice. Why can't you write a letter with your NGO, the type paper, to the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and state some things inside? Again, write another one to Governor Sanwo-Olu before that 2 weeks. When 2 weeks now end, they will know what to do. Please, that's my own advice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please give her a round of applause. I want to believe that is a valid piece of advice, and I would do as you said, ma'am. In the next 3 days, we will ensure that this gets to the president. Trust me, like I said, the Nigerian police at the high level, higher than the Lagos State Police Command, they are already on the matter. But of course, anything can happen. You know, we just have to continue to do what is right and continue to speak. I'm not going to be writing off the protest because that is a language most political associations, political parties and governments tend to listen to. And none of us will die. When we protest the first time for Mohbad, did anybody die? Was any public property looted? No. So why should anybody make it look like peaceful protest is not your right? Peaceful protest is fundamental human right. It is a language of the oppressed. And that is what we are suggesting. But of course, that is a valid angle to it. We're going to be writing and we will do exactly as you said. And I will put it on my social media that I've done it. I have the number of the special advisor to the president on media, and I will try and pass it to him and a few other persons in the presidency. The chief of staff to the president is an old student of Igbobi College, which I'm also an old student. I cover. So, chief of staff, if you're listening to me, up I see. Say. We're going to be sending in the letter. Hopefully, they will react to it before that time. But trust me, Nigerian youths, Nigerian students, National Association of Nigerian Students, this is a clarion call. It is the future and the soul of this country. It is time for us to pass the message to the government. If this is what they want to use the Nigerian police to do, but hopefully they will prove to us that that is not the case. But we have to set a date. I'm not backing down on the 2 weeks time, but I will do exactly as you said. And I want to believe within 5 days they should be able to get the letter and respond to us, and we'll see positive reaction. So that is it, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Where's the mic? You're asking question, allow the mic to get to you before it talks so that it can be taken properly.
Justice for Mohbad.
Uncle Yomi, number one, nǹkan fẹ́ kí n fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tẹ̀ ṣe. Lórúkọ Jésù, ayé ò ní pa yín mọ́. And you will not be put to shame lórúkọ Jésù. And the lawyers beside you, sir, I pray for you too, sir. The Lord will back you up. Lórúkọ Jésù, iṣẹ́ yẹn ò ní sú yín. So there's a question I want to ask. And each time tí máa rántí question it bothers me a lot. And it goes to what Wunmi said. Mohbad's ex-girlfriend. Because me, I will not say, because Mohbad is late already. She said something. Ó ní kú tó yẹ kí Liam kú ní Mohbad kú. Yes, sir. Ó ní kú tó yẹ kí Liam kú ní Mohbad kú. And they are not doing it. If the wife can come out and say his son is in her hand, this emergency will so on back. If the evil tó yẹ kí Liam kú ó ní ọkọ òun kú ẹni tó ń pè ní bàbá wọn, then definitely there's some implications. Uncle Yomi, my legal daddy and co, please can you say something about that?
God bless you, sir. My name is Monjola Oluwa from God's Protection Platform on TikTok. Thank you. For that, if actually that one was said, there are some things you say that may not be taken against you. Anything, in fact, there are some actions you take that may not impute, that may not impute criminality on you. One of them is when you do something out of provocation. If this thing was said, may not lay, I don't know at what form was that statement made. Now, excuse me. One thing we are saying, and I think it is still the same thing we are saying, this matter needs to be investigated. Investigation as it is now is still at the lowest ebb. For instance, the matter my colleague was in court for today was at the instance of a petition raised from our office. And when the petitioner, the complainant, when will he now become a what are you? Witness.
So I'm a spectator.
Anyway, there is always a way around all those situations. When the chiefs are down, if my petition is not properly investigated, maybe there is a trial based on another petition, not at the instance of my petition. That my petition is kept in limbo. It is still alive. It will be later made reference to, and the petition will not die. It's either I withdraw it or it was invalidated. That no, this petition has no, it has no name of the petitioner, or there is no, if that one is not done, if a wishy-washy trial is put up based on that, then we will refer back to that. Now, on that statement and many other, don't forget I said all these things, if they are not before the court, then they are not evident. Yet, if they are before the court, then questions will be asked. When questions are asked, decision, opinion of the court will be drawn from it. And we will know if justice has been served or not. Thank you very much.
Mr. Yoni, good afternoon, sir. Firstly, my name is Porter Bright from Abeokuta, Ogun State. My name is Porter Bright from Abeokuta, Ogun State. I want to ask a question. Táwọn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní next 2 weeks, táwọn ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀, táwọn ló máa parí. Because last of Ṣe l'Abẹ́òkúta àti Máṣẹ́kẹ́, àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn ò fún wa chance at all. We want to stop at give us the time you are starting and time we should end it. Thank you, God bless you. All right. That's a very valid question. Normally, as students, as patriots, as activists, as justice fighters, naturally you should know that when you want to protest and you're protesting genuinely on your right, it is expected that you want to say, okay, don't protest or go back in or go back. One thing we will do is this. Let's put it this way. Maybe the first day, please, the first day, we might do daytime. We'll be strategic. That's a very good question. The moment we pick a date and announce that we're fighting, even if you don't see me announcing, picture it that in the next 2 Wednesdays, in the next fortnight, if nothing comes up, whether I am alive or dead, whether I'm in prison or not, whether I'm in police cell or not, pick it up and fight for yourself and fight for this country. But the strategy you should look into, start with daytime. But please, if you pick a date, a time, if you say you want to converge 8 a.m., everybody should time themselves from their house. Know when and what time you will get to that place by that 8 a.m. If it's going to take you 2 hours from your house before 8 a.m., leave 2 hours on time. If it's going to take you 15 minutes, leave 16 minutes. Everybody should arrive there at the same time. There is always a strength in numbers. Don't let them, if you converge in small units, police will be there and say, yeah, go. And if you are going to be meeting up in a place, converge in a place ahead of them. If you want to meet in, let me say in Olumoro, you might meet where probably on Itoko, this road, very close to Olumoro. I'm just giving an instance if you are in Abeokuta. So that way, we can start with for 3 days, daytime, 7 to 5 p.m. Day 1, day 2, day 3. If nothing is now done, then we have to start doing overnight. If after 7 days nothing is done, then we have to tell all the public offices, governor's office, everyone, stay in your house. You are not representing us again. Because there is no way the government and the police will be boldly telling the public that we will cover up murderers. Injustice to one is injustice to all. This case of Mohbad is new setting. Every parent, everybody wants to know what actually bites Mohbad. You want us to go to bed without knowing. We want closure. It's not because that is where we're going to feed. Knowing what bites Mohbad is already in our medulla oblongata. It's already in our it's a mental health issue. Because the picture we are seeing is still resonating. And the people in public authority are saying, go and flush your brain. We are not going to listen to you. We can't flush it. But the only thing that can flush our brain off Mohbad's case is justice. And I don't want to believe, they're going to leave us and allow us to, because it's our country. It doesn't belong to them. They are only custodians. We are all equal. We are all citizens. So let's start with 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. when necessary. Start with daytime. When for 3 days, nothing, then we start, going overnight. You understand? That's good. Thank you. But don't involve violence. When police come, it's your right to protest. At this case, you're not even going to notify police again. They don't deserve our notification again. They don't deserve it because they are the one after us. Okay? So in this instance, we're not notifying the police again. If they do nothing, we will take to the street without recourse to them. And if they come to chase us, we will chase them back to their stations. If necessary, we'll chase them out of their stations. Go home. If you have failed in Mohbad's case, you are failing in most of all the cases, and we can't trust you. So the best thing is to regain and return the trust back if they care so much about the institution. Do you understand? So please do not entertain fear. Do not entertain we are going to die. God has never promised anybody that you are not going to die. But what are you going to die for? Die for something. Die for something. Stand and stand for something. That is when your life and existence will make meaning. They will keep taking our lives and they will keep using the public institution to cover up such acts because they believe and when they go, they value for that power. And me, I don't protect life that you are not even promised to live forever. You are now guiding it. Don't kill me. I don't know. Who told you that even if you preserve that life, you stand for something and fight for your future? Trust me, none of us will die eventually. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. My name is Sumola Olajide, aka Oneli Anola from Olori Ebi Official Platform. I will be asking my question in Yoruba, and I think I want to ask the other thing. Thank you. Sir, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí ló lè fà á nírú kéèsì báyìí tí àwọn èèyàn ti pariwo síta? 15 people ló wà nínú ilé yẹn as at the time tí kìíní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. Up till this moment, up till now, none of the 15 ni wọ́n detain. Ẹ sà ó dẹ̀ máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ká máa ń rí tó ṣe wípé tó bá jẹ́ bus stop lásán lèèyàn ti kú. Even àwọn tó bá gbàgbẹ́ kọjá ọlọ́pàá máa rí ìpè wọn máa fọ́. So lórí eléyìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ò sí kankan nu wọn kan detain láti investigate? Ṣófin náà ni àbí ó ní nǹkan bí sà? Thank you, sir.
Yes. My name is Abraham. In fact, they have been doing a very, very commendable job. At what point you be calling our office and asking a lot of legal advice and then how to go about this case. Mo mọ̀ pé mátà yìí wọ́n àrẹ́sì àwọn suspect wọ́n mú àwọn suspect and you know in any criminal matter there will be prime suspects. Prime suspects mean pé àwọn èyí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ mú wọn because they are actually at the locus stabilis níbi tí nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo wọn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Even kó jẹ́ bàbá èèyàn kó jẹ́ ìyá èèyàn kó jẹ́ àbúrò ẹ̀gbọ́n téèyàn kan bá ṣàti kú nìkan gbogbo àwọn tó wà mẹ́ọ̀ ti di prime suspect torí pé wọ́n wà níbi tí nǹkan yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Now in criminal justice administration ó yẹ kó mú wọn then thorough investigation should be done very very thorough. That's why in the United States of first world countries you see a case file once it is open it is there for 40 years. Even so insofar as they continue investigation they have not made the iron cast evidence to charge these people to court or to prosecute them. The case file will continue to be open. Ó dìgbà tí wọ́n bá conclude the investigation wọ́n pé àwọn ti rí iron cast evidence ní pé evidence jẹ́ pé nobody can discredit even in court examination whatever court máa fi dípò ẹ̀lọ́dẹ̀ máa gbà wọlé wọ́n lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀. So eléyìí àwọn sound criminal justice administration nìyẹn. But in Nigeria a lot of like Komina has said a lot of things we can play compromise and all that corruption ó pọ̀ gan. So you cannot rule all these things all these classes out but where there is a sound criminal justice system in fact all these people will have to be investigated thoroughly and the investigation should be concluded and charged to court. Justice in this case only requires three cardinal things. One, thorough investigation. Two, arrest of suspects crime and other suspects suspects then prosecution. Nǹkan mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ta lè fi rí justice ní matter yìí and the convener is very very key in that he is not doing it for name sake or popularity he is doing it genuinely and when we are studying him we have seen that the person that we can work with to achieve this goal and that is why the aim is just justice and we have written several letters federal petition to the police and the advice that has been given we will also key into it write these people to make sure that justice is done. We are not going to be swept under the carpet. These things is just like it will not be like a plug in the night which will be casted away. No, we are going to make sure that the objective is achieved and justice is done not only for Mohbad but for all and sundry. That's what we need. I don't know whether I've answered that question.
That's okay.
Importance to God. Except we are deceiving ourselves. We've had high-profile matters, murders that are yet to be resolved. And even by layman standard, by the roadside, you see that this thing appears non-convoluted, it is not difficult if you look at it. If a minister of justice in a country is killed, in a country where minister of justice was killed in his bedroom that is not in a mob action, in his bedroom, by whatever means. Were there no contacts? If rivals were the rivals not licensed, you can trace to, I'm sorry, this phone was stolen some days after I bought it. The police in Alagbo, they got this phone for me. You said, haha. And that was how everybody in my office, in my family was saying, so the police can do anything good. Honestly, honestly. And what are we talking about? If we're shying away from the realities, it's Mohbad now. Do you know how many other cases that have passed after Mohbad, before Mohbad? We are saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even when there are troubles in some part of the country that we are sitting down and we say it doesn't matter. It's not here yet. But now that it's staring everybody in the face, you are sending your children out in the day, you don't know what becomes of them. You are only happy when your children return back to you at night. Is that your country? Is that your country? So I want to believe, my maybe this one. I believe so much in the core of this organization, and that is why we are working with them. And just like we said, there may be there may be amendment to some plans and some things. We are going to give advice, legal advice to the organization. I like to give one the other time. But in the meantime, why is it difficult to do the right thing? Why should I write a petition and my petition will now be subordinated into someone's? I mean, I will now be made to be a standby and onlooker in my own petition. Questions must be asked. Do you know most of the times all these things are not are not e- are not even in the system, but individual action here and there. Are we saying even there are hierarchy in the Nigerian police, for instance? If Lagos command is not doing my case very well, I can go elsewhere. I can go to the next level. I can do it and I continue to do it until justice is achieved. And I think that is what this body, this congregation is out for. We are singling Mohbad case out. We are making it a reference point, a point of contact for needless killing, needless death, needless loss of life that we're seeing every now and then. And I think, I believe, we strongly believe that we will get to the bottom of this. Thank you so much.
No, FPC speaker. FPC speaker.
wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín wípé nígbà tí ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad prime boy tó post kíní CCTV camera fídíò tóun àti Mohbad ṣe ipò post ẹ̀ wípé immediately Wunmi jáde síta wípé kán jọ pé kán má post ẹ̀ kán má fún ní relevant wípé because at the end of the day ó lè lọ pay for ọkọ òun wípé ó yá kí lẹ́ni kí wọ́n ní kí n gbé fún yín báwọn ń gbọ́.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that question, Madam Teddy. Like I have opined severally, as a matter of fact, when I decided to go fully into this justice for Mohbad when I realized that almost a year plus there is a snail process in the whole quest for justice. No evidence, and they're in coroner court. They're waiting for toxicology. What I deduced is that one of the reasons why the case could not go to trial was lack of key evidence and witness. And I understand that there is need for us to have digital and video evidence. So I proceeded to the estate, Royal Pine Estate, where Mohbad actually lived, and I was able to move around, and I was lucky to move into some facilities to get some first-hand incidents. And again, the CCTV in Mohbad's house, there was somebody in that estate who came on my live show, told me that the person that built Mohbad's house, the same developer built their own houses, or majority of the houses in that axis in the estate, that they have CCTV installation. And it turns out to be true eventually, though they were able to threaten the person severally that she backed off from our claims. But before she could back off, she told me Mohbad belonged to the WhatsApp of landlords on that estate. Again, when we were able to get court injunction through the police, not the Lagos State Police Command, higher police command, we were able to gain access into the house, and we saw that from the experts that we took down, the CCTV experts, they confirmed that no, this is a CCTV installation. And the only reason why they could not uproot the complete cables that would transmit images was because it was conduit. Before they have to take all the wires out, it's going to take probably building or tearing the whole stuff out. So they couldn't. And that is where we were like, why didn't maybe the family and the legal team then, the police, did they not see that? It was when the police that we were together, when they investigated, like, wow, what's going on? But it's still the same police. And I still believe in the Nigerian police until they prove otherwise in the next 2 weeks. So the CCTV in Mohbad's house, it must come out. And that is one of the reasons why Madam Tenny is emphasizing that the moment Prime Boy made mention of CCTV, there was an attempt to quell it and extinguish it. Because for almost a year, everybody just accepted that there was no CCTV. So now the police, they will have to do everything humanly possible to ensure that the CCTV in Mohbad's house, they should dig deep, and we'll be surprised, and we'll even commend them if they crack it and they eventually bring out the CCTV. They know where it is, because in the room there is traces of a TV, a screen, where the CCTV projects on, and then the wires were there. Do you understand? So part of the things we're going to be reminding the police, if they decide to look back into this case, the public is asking that they should lift the case file from the Lagos State Police Command, and the higher authority take over and start afresh. Within 1 week, they will get the truth. It's no longer far-fetched. So they will look into the aspect of the CCTV. We will include it. It's possible, right? We'll include it in our concerns, and they should be able to unravel that. So,
And again, sir, there is a voice note of Mohbad and Wunmi, when Mohbad was telling Wunmi that if you kill me, I don't know if you give us access to play the voice note for
go ahead,
if
you have it.
But you can do this.
And then before they play that, there is a missing pause. If anybody see a pause, maybe it falls off or something, please kindly bring it to the front or raise it up. Please, I don't worry. Let's see the pause. The pause. Go on. Hello. Oh yeah.
and forget everything. Where's my other? Where's my phone? You can't talk. Where's my other phone? Where's my phone now? Talk now. Where's my other phone? Yes, let open the phone. Let's prepare the phone. Where's my other phone? Where's my old WhatsApp? We share the same iCloud with me and you again. Why only WhatsApp we share love? Where's my life? Where's everything? You want possession, you mean if I post after you, because about to go and get about to come do my post conversation, but you post that. Oh, no. We didn't put maybe it's my other WhatsApp, yeah, we share the same. Yeah, we share the same iCloud with me. I'm not feeling okay by life with you. Because I'm calling. Twelve promise about pulling it. My life and I will need you. Oh no, I swear to my living God. You don't have to say you do what does it down. You don't have to say you don't know anything. I swear you don't know anything. I swear to my living God. Me, ever since I've gone to the end of my life, I'm so loving for my mission.
You can pause it now.
Ọkùnrin tó kú pàtì kan wà
No,
lẹ́nu.
there is another point. You're recording.
Ibi
See,
tí mi
ó
fún
ti
rẹ
sọ
sọ̀rọ̀.
náà Mohbad fúnra rẹ̀ ló sọ̀rọ̀. Mohbad ní ẹ fẹ́ wá jàn mí mọ́lé ní àbí ẹ fẹ́ wá pa mí mọ́lé. Tẹ bá pa mí mọ́lé ẹ lè pa ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ mi. Ọ fẹ́ wá jàn mí
Not this one.
My dear forever. My regret life we need. My life and be for the reason we do bill. I worry you. Oh, my God, you are to family one right and I to my way to share the is in jail. It's really my bishop and one night and I swear to my living God. One night I will never be shipping. I will go for it. Nípa máa ṣe aṣọ tí mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òwò ìyá ẹ lọ pé sí mi lórí ó pé sí mi lórí ó fẹ́ pa mí ìṣọ ayé ẹ fẹ́ bàjẹ́. Ó fẹ́ ṣe orí burúkú ni. Má wọrí náà, má wọrí. Ó fẹ́ ṣàpamì àbí. Wọ́n ti bá kú lé ní gbogbo ayé pátápátá. Wọ́n ṣàlùpàmì sí wàhálà.
So he actually said it. Wait, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. Even it's terrible.
Even when they're Mohbad mention èèyàn kan Àyàn ó ní ìwà ti Àyàn tẹ́wọ́dẹ̀ rí Àyàn yẹn òun ló gbà tó ní everywhere òun ló ṣe ń kámẹ́rà pé pàtẹ́ yẹn kí wọ́n jẹ́ ó ní
wọ́n fẹ́ jà mí.
to me yàtọ̀ tí wọ́n fẹ́ jà mí mọ́lé ó ní if anything happen to me ó ti ti are responsible which is for me Adébánjọ and
mentioned her
Àyàn
name.
honestly
Yeah.
and in that voice record Wùmí ní ẹ jẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí n bọ́lẹ̀ láàárín yẹn àríyàn kan tó bá Mohbad nígbà tí ní yé which is all caution ẹ pé kó dákẹ́ kó má ṣe fídíò yẹn mọ́ so who is Àyàn who is Cynthia tí wọ́n lè arrest wọn láti jọ ẹ̀ and no one mention them.
On very concept, maybe you should understand what they are trying to say. At the instance of a case, from this audio, I don't know whether the police have access to this. And secondly, throughout the investigation, I don't think Wunmi was ever made a suspect.
No.
Adura Alaba, not a suspect.
No.
Darosha, no, not a suspect. The Damola in question now that they are claiming is a impersonator, who was there when Mohbad cried, was never a suspect.
None of them except the prime boy.
The house.
Let me ask my own question.
Sorry.
Is there another question? Okay.
It's not question. Concerning that voice note that she's talking about, I guess there's another one because the information they passed out was Mohbad has phobia for hospital. And we have series of video
where he is crying. I'm in the hospital. Wọ́n treat mi o, ẹ má jẹ́ kí n kú báyìí o, ẹ ṣàánú mi o. You understand? So with this, I still believe the people around him, most especially the wife, has a lot of questions to answer. If there will be permission, let them play the voice so you can listen to it as well.
Me, I don't want to die. Help me, please. Let me. Oh, yeah, what's your bad guy? I don't want to die. Yo, that poor. When you want to take out another person, over to this. Shut down. Please, I'm Nigerian, please don't help me. I don't want to die. Help me, please don't help me. Oh, yeah, what's your bad guy? I don't want to die. Yo, that poor. When you want to take out another person.
It's quite sad. He actually fought for his life. But the only thing is that we, the public, if every other people attached to him failed him, just the way you will not want the public to fail your child, just the way you will not want the public to fail you. If you go on NYC in a strange land, in a community that you're not used to, you have to stand up and let your voice be heard. If we as a society collectively keep this as our collective policy and way of life, this country will get better. We won't need to be looking for visas because we want to go and start. We would be so contented with our country. It is one, I don't know who is trying to make this country not workable. We should check our homes. Parents should pay less attention to things that are not relevant. They should pay attention to raising children. Social media is grooming children now. We need to give time for our children and works. We need to start engaging and raising children the right way to understand that you need to be looking for things that will be of communal benefit. We should stop our selfish aggrandizement. Everything is about ourselves. You go to church, you go to mosque, you go to shrines about you. We should start thinking about Nigeria. Nigeria is the ultimate that we have. If we take care of Nigeria, it will take care of all of us. And that is why we must stand up. In the next 2 weeks, we must be able to pass the right message on key things that concerns all of us. Taking people's life is all of us business. And how life will be preserved, value for human lives, is our business. Mohbad's life was taken without dignity and because to what he has as a dream. And that could be a gift they want to pass to another person, including your child. You coming up and standing up in the next 2 weeks will put a stop to it. It will be reduced to the barest minimum. Because we have to be united in one voice and say, this can never be who and what represents us as a nation. It's quite sad. Those voice notes is making me get weaker. But it will look like Mohbad just died last week. Trust me, I know the government, they will dare us. They will say nothing will happen. They will make attempts. They will start with the persecution and lies. They will do it. But I am telling you, don't back down. I am already sacrificing myself, whatever the life they should do with me. The public, you made me. You gave me the name I have. I want to give back to the public. And if whatever is going to be coming to me is persecution, attacks, lies, I will take it on your behalf. But please, don't let it go down the drain without you fighting. You must never, this your country. The public will never go down. Fight on and ensure that justice is served. Let this case stand as a study case that that will represent us all over the world, that we as a nation, we value human lives and we would never allow any public institution to toe the path of criminality so blatantly. This one is too glaring. They think we are slaves. They think if they are in government position or public institution, then the rest of the citizens, we are irrelevant. They believe we are raised with fear. Please, homes, parents, raise children with the ability to express themselves. Stop using torture as a means of correcting children at home. It is adding to the fear those people in government are using as a return back to us. The next generation needs to be grateful to us. Let us do all we can to alleviate the present problem so that we can have a better country. We want to take probably one, how many more questions so that we can?
My last question,
How many
sir.
questions do we need?
My last
Have you
question.
asked
Sir.
question before?
Yeah, I was the one that actually said we should play the voice.
Okay, you've not asked question.
Yeah.
Okay, ask your question then. Probably we take one more, then we'll round up.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Leo Finami, is a senator at Break the Silent Foundation, TikTok, and also from Olori Ebi platform. Yeah, my question goes to the chambers about the petition being written and turning the witness, the complainant to a witness. Sir, is there any form of, is there any way the complainant can go directly to the station and make a proper complaint about it, since they are not responding to the petition? Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Um, the we have to correct certain things. Complainant normally should be a witness. In a criminal matter, the state prosecutes or state apparatus is either the public prosecution department of the state or the police or any of the agencies like EFCC, LCCC, and co. So you that wrote petition, that is a complainant, this person stole my money, will be used as a witness to the state. And what you will be saying is proving the complicity, the the complicity of the person. There's a petition against someone. So I that wrote the petition will be used as the state witness to prove the guilt of that person. Because it's me that wrote the petition, it's me that the thing happened to. So if someone else is now replaced, if someone else is used in my place, then that's no longer my petition that is being attended to. So we don't know this, but in all that we've said today, we will meet. In fact, there is ultimacy now for us to compile all these things. You may be surprised. All these things may not be at the domain of the police. It may not be with them. Let it get to them officially now. And that is what our office is going to embark upon any time from now. We are going to compile all the evidence, all these things. We are not saying they did it, but let it be investigated. Is there any complicity in this? Let's see. It's not for us to say, okay, this person did this, but he said this, he acted this way. Let's see, is there a way it's linked with the commission of the crime being investigated? So we are going to do that. We are going to put all these things in one box, and we will now follow it up.
Thank you, sir. All right. I have somebody from United States of America. Madam Rose. Oshun. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, can hear you.
Okay, go on with your question now. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
You can tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I won't want to say my name. I won't want to say my name on the air, okay? But this is Oshu, okay?
Calling from where?
I hope you understand. I'm calling from the United States, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Yemi, for all you do. Justice for Mohbad, regardless and portrays everything that we see. Thank you.
Are you guys here?
My question. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, go ahead.
We can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to direct my question. I'm going to direct my question to the attorney's case instead of mine.
Okay, go ahead.
On the 12th day, Mohbad's dad go to Mohbad's house. After he found his son under the staircase where they laid his dead body. He found his son under the staircase where they laid his dead body. He asked Darosha to call an ambulance. Darosha called an ambulance. They took the dead body to the station with Baba Mohbad. When they got to the station, Baba asked for the report. They asked him to write a statement. He told them that he would dictate for them because he can compose himself to write. When the man was done speaking, at the end of the day, they denied to even the question before the marriage was like, can you just let us know? Is it that the Nigerian constitution that somebody breaking the right into the station? It's okay for them to send the person with the dead body when they're supposed to detain them, question them, do an investigation, find out what happens to the person that died, what killed this person. They do not do that. So is it in the Nigerian constitution to send somebody away with a dead body?
Okay. All right.
That
Okay.
station needs to be investigated. The station needs to be
Okay.
investigated.
Let the barrister respond. Check be careful, DJ. Huh? Okay. Are you cooking? I'll let you. Show me the question. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. I know you have. Okay. Wait. Oh yeah. Introduce yourself and then ask your question.
This is Joker. This is Joker from TikTok. I want to direct my question to the legal representative sitting here. There was a video that we established that Mohbad died on the 11th. There was an interview between one of those interviews, I don't know if you remember the name, was the guy that Mohbad did medicine after death with. So he had an interview where he confirmed twice that Mohbad died on the 11th of September. My question is there a way that the legal team can file a petition or lawsuit of conspiracy and abetting and paying the family concerning the actual date that Mohbad died? That is my question.
You get that question? Okay, thank you. They will respond to that. Just continue to monitor on TikTok. We have two questions now. Don't let us overboard them. Let them answer that. Then we'll take. I think that will be all for now. Then let's answer the two questions. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mama Joker. Thank you. Well, you didn't get the first one.
Hello. So from Madam Osho, it was hard that the day Mohbad dad got to his residence, he saw the dead body of the young man under the staircase. That was the news everywhere. I think I read something like that with that, and it was reported that he took the dead body to the police station and that he was not attended to. I want to I want to believe I want to believe it did not happen. It never happened. Because it is the responsibility of the Nigerian police under the and all the statutes that empowers the police to investigate crime, even if frivolous. It must be investigated by air with dispatch, and they must come with the conclusion whether at times complainants at the police station they turn out to be the defendants at the end of the day. So they can only determine that after a thorough investigation had been carried out on a reported case that has criminality elements within it. Let alone when invitation was made to the police and dead body was there, a coroner case. I think the police will dare not do that. But if it happened that way, we've said it, let us collate all this. Let us approach the relevant authorities, and I'm sure the case will turn around in a jiffy. I can assure you of that. If it really did happen, we will make sure this one, there is no way this one can be swept under the carpet if actually it happened. You know, I keep on saying that if it happened. That's for Mrs.
Okay, sorry. To the second question, that this crime suspect who was engaged in this. Okay, that those people who have been nailed in the circumstances surrounding the death of Mohbad and they not be prosecuted. We know that in criminal justice administration in Nigeria, it is only the police that can prosecute. And where the police refuse to prosecute, we have two legal alternatives. Yes. One is to file a mandamus in court, compelling them to do that public duty of prosecution. Two, to obtain a fiat of the Attorney General to prosecute privately. In fact, that's what we have even intended to do in the case of.
I want you to repeat that. I love that one.
Yes, please. Yes, is to apply to the Attorney General to give us fiat to prosecute the whole matter privately. So once that is given, we have the legal requisite to prosecute all these people who are surrounded in the circumstances surrounding the death of Mohbad. So, and these are very, very potent weapons that can be used to make sure that justice is achieved in this matter as an executive summary.
So, it shows that we are not without recourse. That we are not, we just said it, that the office will compile all this. Once we can see that we have a good case to go with, police or any other prosecuting body will not deter from going ahead. Okay. The options are not closed on the police alone. We will go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we have Mr. Westo here. Mr. Westo.
The voice recording. Okay. Place the voice recording. Then we round up. Let's have oh yeah, play.
ẹ má ti fi pè é ti máa bá pọ̀ ẹjọ́ olórí òfin tó ògbómi ọ̀la ẹjọ́ ó kì please tó bá yẹ pé lóòótọ́ ní cctv fún àdúlé yẹn kọ́lọ́kọ́lọ́ police kẹ̀kẹ́ ọ̀la sáìtọ̀ ẹ má play anything ẹ̀ka ìṣòro ikú ẹjọ́ tó bí ọlọ́run ẹ má play any relevance at all because ó yẹ kó
Thank you, bye-bye.
Somebody made reference to the CCTV in the house. The house that she lives in. She knows that there is CCTV because there was a video, correct me if I'm wrong, where Mohbad was in the kitchen and he was saying, I'm looking at you in the camera. Now somebody is now bringing to the notice of the public that there is CCTV operational in the house. Now this is the voice of Mohbad's wife telling some people that they should not give attention to that concerns around the CCTV. That it might favor Mohbad tomorrow. Maybe if the video comes out, the CCTV images come out, they will see how he was tied and everything. And she could not even hide it. Because she said they should not even talk about it because people are paying attention to those people where it is being said. And then the police, maybe they haven't seen this yet. Maybe they've not heard about it. I don't think the police they've seen this. Worry. I'm out to paraphrase or that. Thank you. Let the legal counsel talk. Regular as well.
What is talking meaning like that from my mind? You mean like that? So I don't know these people are behaving on me. They have been doing a bad thing on me. I went mad because of this issue. Now you're trying to. Everybody in Yoruba please help me if I. Well, am I young now? Am I doing? I beg if I die like this. Stop pushing now. What's wrong with you? I beg, I never try to talk. Don't worry. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, wait for free. Ọlọ́run gbà ní o, Jésù gbà ní o, Ọlọ́run gbà ní o, Jésù gbà ní o. Ah, look at this picture. My God never me up. Never. I'm in the Nigerian state. I'm in that state. Don't let anybody near you. Make anybody know near me now.
Ọmọ yìí náà pariwo tó. Ìkúlé ọ̀tá, ìkúlé ìtàpá.
I wanted to say this. When the wife was appealing to people there, that please don't let us give audience, don't let us give much attention. Don't let us attract so much attention to this. It may favor my husband. That means all those people involved, they were doing things against the interest of Mohbad. Should we think like that?
Yes.
Please don't let the convener. It may favor convener. That means you are with me. You are culprit too in everything I'm planning against. So please, we collate all this. I can assure you.
Mohbad as the manager, and we are not saying his name or her name. Please help us to include the manager's name.
Everywhere will be touched. We can assure you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. I think we all agree that we should draw the curtain on today's press conference.
Yes.
We have an executive summary already, and as you all are aware, we have a lead to notify the governor as well as we have rounded up. So what we're going to do is let's keep close tab. Let's be resolute. We're going to be following the piece of advice to write as quickly as possible to the governor as well as the president. Silence, please. Please. We'll write to the governor, we'll write to the president as advised. But of course, like I said earlier, we're not writing out the fact that if nothing comes up in the next 2 weeks, this is 2 Wednesdays, we should be able to stand up together as a society. Nigerian students, the youth, lawyers, activists, everybody, let us come together. It is not in the place of the politicians and the government to tell us that we will not protest. If we will not protest, it is we the public who will see reason why we should not protest. Because we don't enjoy protesting. It is our sweat and our time that we want to sacrifice. So if we don't get anything in the next 2 weeks, then probably we should know that the police and the government are in war against the people. And then we will tell them the power belongs to the people. And don't back down on that except we see positive result before then. So let's keep it close tab and keep that to our hearts. To this end, I want to say thank you. We have already.
No, let's play one. Where Mohbad was confirming that blood clots.
Okay, voice note. You want to play voice note?
Yes, sir.
September 2023 ni Mohbad kú ní ìmọ̀kan tí mo sọ ìwé ló máa pàtó fún mi lẹ́yìn dídí ẹ̀ fún ẹ̀lẹ́.
Kí ló sọ mẹ́?
Tó wọn bá wọ dá.
Okay, no, who is playing that thing?
Ní ìmọ̀kan tí mo sọ ìwé ló máa pàtó fún mi lẹ́yìn.
And reduce volume here, number one. Number two, let us know when you're starting so everybody will be silent. Are you ready to start? Wait now, wait. Oh, are you ready to play?
Yes.
Everybody silent, start now and let's hear you.
Ọmọ kókò sẹ́ni tó jẹ́ lérò àwọn òbí òkè kò sí ìyá ike bóyá àwọn òbí òun náà sọ pé lọ́wọ́ mú mi ìtọ́wò ẹ̀ bá wà nínú Mohbad ó ní lọ sọ́ọ̀tù mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọlá ìjẹ̀ tó mọ̀nù láre àti Mohbad òun lọ́lọ́run máa bá mi fi jẹ́ ó jẹ́ ká lù ìtọ́mọ ẹ̀ torí mi tí sọ pé wọ́n ló pa òun mi sọ pé ìlànà àti ìlànà máa yóò wọ́n mi àmọ́ tí fúdé ò bá parí òde òde parí ọ̀rọ̀ wà nínú mi tí mo fẹ́ sọ mọ́ kọ̀ọ̀lá sí ìwọ̀n àtàwọn olóyìn burúkú ẹjọ kóra yín jọ tẹ́ ẹjọ fọwọ́ mú mi ṣé o fẹ́ sọ fún mi pé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá Mohbad sọ nípa ẹ̀ irọ́ ni ṣé o mọ̀ pé ìgbà tá a wá síbẹ̀ yẹn nù mo bí àwọn aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí mo bí ẹ lọ́wọ́ àti òbí báwo ni ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe tó báyìí o mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni tó bí ẹ lè rọ̀ àwọn òbí òkè kò tí ìyá ipe bóyá àwọn òbí òun náà sọ pé lọ́wọ́ mú mi ṣé ìtọ́wò ẹ̀ bá wà nínú Mohbad tó ní lọ sọ́ọ̀tù
Now, the point is this legal counsel. If the police were telling us Mohbad was injected through a nurse, ẹjọ́ báwo ni wọ́n gúnyàn lábẹ́rẹ́ ṣe ní ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́jẹ̀? Báwo ni wọ́n gúnyàn lábẹ́rẹ́ di pé ọrùn sáré kán?
Ojú abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn fẹ́.
Ó fẹ́ bóyá àdé àná lò.
11 September 2023.
Okay, let's hear the second one. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
That's Karima confirming 11 cents.
Where you go?
11 September 2023 ni Mohbad kú ní ìmọ̀kan tí mo sọ ìwé ló máa pàfin fún mi lẹ́yìn ìbò dídí pẹ̀ fún ẹ̀lẹ̀.
And to back this up, in different interviews, Mama Mohbad confirmed not once, not twice, with different interviewers that Mohbad died on the 11th, on Monday. She's specific, not even dates. She keeps saying, ní ọjọ́ Monday tí ọmọ mi kú yẹn o, ní ọjọ́ Monday tí Mohbad kú yẹn o, more than 2-3 occasions.
And there is no way she would have mixed that Monday because she was meant to collect money on that Monday.
On Monday, even on that Monday, according to her interview, she said that she called Mohbad in the morning and is not picking up, which is very unusual. Then she could not rest. After a while, she called Wumi, and Wumi picked, confirming that Mohbad was sleeping. Then she could not even rest after the conversation. In less than an hour, she still picked the phone and called back. So Wumi was asking, Mommy, she gbọ́ nǹkan kan ni? This one you're calling and calling. Ṣé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ ni? She said, no, I just want to speak with Mohbad. Tí Mohbad bá ti jí, màá ní kó pè yín ẹ jẹ́ kó di bí ọwọ́ ọ̀sán sí ìrọ̀lẹ́. Then after a while again she still call back àní mo fẹ́ bá Mohbad sọ̀rọ̀ and Wunmi was screaming Mohbad ti kú o wọ́n ti sòun dopò ọ̀sán gan o and all that confirming
On
that
Monday.
same Monday.
Now, let's ask ourselves, Nigerians, the people that Mohbad cared so much about, he even tattooed their names on his body. They now pick his body on Tuesday, and they were rushing it to Kuramen as if they were saving his life. Don't you think burying that kind of a young boy and assuming that kind of a person with those experiences, and then you want us as youth, we want future in this country, then we should accept that having seen the truth after assuming the body, because we have police that are not ready to stand by the truth and justice, then we should go and return the body back into this without the justice for the person. Why did we assume in the first place? This might bring something terrible to the society if we fail to act as people. Mohbad is your brother. He is a Nigerian. You are a Nigerian. Soldiers, they fight for Nigerians. Nigerian soldiers, they fight for Nigerians at war. Nigerian police, they protect Nigerians, not the privileged ones, not the government officials. Now it is time for them to stand by the Nigerian Constitution and stand by Nigeria. And we are giving them 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Trust me. Justice must be served. This is not making sense. This one is demarketing Nigeria. Foreigners are interested in justice for Mohbad. What are we going to tell our children in this kind of a case? If it is not a case that is known to the public, it's a different ballgame. This is already a public case. Why would they now say we'll trash it and we'll make the public irrelevant? They are targeting your essence of dignity. If you allow it, if you will not allow it, you will know in the next few weeks. But if you stand firm, you're saving your soul, you're saving the soul of your loved ones, and then we all will live and benefit from this country. To this end, I'd like to say thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being a parent, for being a Nigerian, for being a law-abiding citizen. Thank you all for standing firm and volunteering. Justice for Mohbad is justice for all. And luta continua. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, our legal team. Thank you, our MC. Thank you, all volunteers. Thank you, our friends. You know, Jaru Security. Thank you for giving us security. Our friends in the military, thank you. We appreciate you all. We have friends in the Nigerian Army, everybody. We thank you. All the TikTok platforms. I'm sorry if we couldn't pick your question. Trust me, we are still marching on. I want to believe this will be the last press conference before justice is served. But of course, we'll keep fighting on.
I love you too, I love you too. Thank you.
All right. So thank you all, thank you all. Thank you all. Break the Silence Foundation. Feel free to join us, volunteer as an activist, and let's continue to make this country better. Thank you all. And let me say thank you to our legal team. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hello. All right, so thank you. All right, I'll wait.